Alright, I just want to make like a quick, well, maybe not so quick, tutorial on the bus skip for TFL. The skip actually is not as hard as it might seem, so, but there's a few things to note. So first, the best current way to like set up to practice for it is from the launcher. You want to go in advanced and plain debug mode. You can also do it like in retail, so I just like play here, but debug make it like a bit faster for a couple of reasons. So I'm gonna start in debug. Then you go R3 to like open this menu, go down to game X, go up to like scroll to continue, and then you'll want to get the AND checkpoint, not the slide checkpoint, the AND checkpoint. So you get the AND checkpoint. Then you can press R3 again to like get off the menu, and then you arrive here. So you'll want to like grab that first cell. Okay. And then you open R3 to open the menu, and you do save game. Be careful, that's gonna like save over one of your game, probably the first slot. So make a backup of that if you really need to. Okay. And now anytime I want to like reset, I could just like press R3, go to load, and click load, and now I will be here. And if you have done it once, when you open R3, the menu will always like be to the last thing you selected. So you should just do R3X and you'll be there. Okay. And then another thing why debug is good is that you can press L2 to give yourself blue icon to get here faster. Okay. So that's the setup on how to get there to repeat practice. I'll probably add a checkpoint like that put you here on the zoomer on that like reset the bus and stuff when I can be better to figure that out, but that's not on the current version, but it might be on the next version if you like watching this from the next version. And then if that's the case, all you'll have to do is select probably like a bus practice checkpoint here. You can just click on it, will do it for you. Okay, so I have a controller set up on display. I'll also put on the, is it this? No, it's not this, it's the, I always get confused. I think it's display. There you go, input display. This will like also show the input in-game. Let me actually put this slightly higher so you can see. There you go. So you have both my controller cam and the input in game, so that might be useful. Okay, so the first thing to note is that there's like different ways to do the bus skip. So this is the arena with here the yellow gem is the first one you kill, and then you go to blue and then green. But I have them set up like in a line, I guess. Technically that this view would be like impossible, but it's like easier to like trace what's happening here. I'll just like quickly show everyone method. So you have bin as method. She goes and she dives onto these. So these, the orange things, are the like small thing where the gem is sitting on top. So she dives and land on this to like jump again, to land on this one, jump again, and then hit the last one. I think sometimes she might also jump again from here, or then just like scrape this one and then like turn to this one directly without landing on this one. Because she like jump on the first gem, she has like extra high height, which make this strat also more viable. Then you have Ricky's method, which it dives earlier, and then when he gets around the height of the crystal, he like go up on the stick to go straight to destroy this without hitting the area here, and then land on this one, jump, and go on this one, like similar to Bin for the end. And then my method is it's like a bit of an in between, but I'll show you what I think is like very consistent. Is that I dive and I try to align myself with the gem, and I break the gem, and as soon as I break the gem, I react to the gem breaking, and go straight on the sticks like Ricky, land on this second pillar, jump, and then go on the other one. There you go. The reason I like doing it this way instead of Bin's or Ricky's way is that hitting the gem is a lot less precise than like hitting the area the gems is on, like behind the gem. And also the timing, I don't have to like time when I hold the stick back up. I can just like break the gem and then react. So because when you go down like really fast, but then as soon as you like hold back on the stick, you'll go like straight, or like you even go a bit up. So it's very easy when you try to do like Ricky's method to like do it too early and then you go over the gem. With this method, as long as you can aim for the gem, you don't have to worry about that. You just react to it breaking. So I'll see if I can get a first try after telling it's consistent. Well, it's not like 100% consistent, but I'll talk about this water after. Just the method is more important right now. So aim for the gem, back, and on this. There you go, first try. This is not edited, so I might have not gotten this first try, but I got it first try. And you can do the reset here. I was in the menu, so I had to like go back to load game, but you can do it like during the cutscene. It's fine as well, which is why like debug is much faster. If you do this in retail, you'll have to like wait for the cutscene and then open the pause menu, go here, load, and then load lo-fi, which is a lot slower, which is why I like to do a debug, and for like also the travel time and stuff. Okay. Let's talk about so that's the general idea. Let's talk about like how you set it up as well. So like the part before, that's like the same for like everyone. Except just a small difference at the end. Okay, so when you grab this, I like to like hold R2 and forward there. I'll have to go back because when you're like in a jump on holding forward, the speed is actually higher than like driving on the ground. So it's pretty safe to like do, but like these are like kind of like hard to control and stuff. But like if you have a straight line, it's kind of nice because that way you have a little bit more time because you went a bit faster with this. So and this, and then I go here. I don't know if let me pause this one. Yeah, my cursor is visible. Okay, you see this when you see the first tree that's completely in snow. Like if you look behind, there's no tree completely in snow, just like half snow, no snow at all. This tree completely in snow, that's like these three trees. You just go a bit right of them. It's not super precise, and then it's here that you jump. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, so that's where you jump. Okay, I try to like pause and not have to do stuff. Okay, so I jump here, and then you go a bit on the side, and then every time you go too far to the wall, you can do like a flick on the controller to like go a bit on the left. Okay, that way, by like flicking a little bit on the left on the wall, you'll keep your height. If you try, you have to grind on the wall, but like to keep your height, but you don't need to like hold into it too much, otherwise you like lose speed and you lose time. And you have pretty little time on the super blue, but I mean, the setup is not too hard to do. Let me go back, do that again. Okay, like a pretty important thing at the end, when I go over the wall, I go a bit to the left, and that's to avoid a trigger, a load boundary, to avoid the checkpoint. So here you see, and then after this rock, I hold a bit left, and then I can like go back to the right after to avoid the checkpoint. I'll just quickly show you if I go in display, load boundary, and also I do level border. That way you can both see the trigger, and at the top you can see where it says valley ant, count valley ant, right here. This is the current checkpoint. It's you get it by like going through this trigger, or just by selecting the checkpoint in the debug menu. And then this is the trigger you want to avoid. So I'll do this one more time with this on. And I'll do it like without dodging it, so you can like see the input when you don't dodge it. It's very easy to dodge. It's just like you just have to know what you need to do. But like if you just go straight here and do this, then that would hit the you see valley slide. That's not what I want. So I'll just do that one more time after this, and then I'll show how I set up the first jump. Okay, so here, small flicks, hold left, and then see I can like clear it like pretty easily. Oh, okay, I didn't like it. Alright, let's go back to load. Yep, there you go. When you press load, you don't have to like press R3. I just like used to it. But if you press load on R3 right after, it might look like a black screen. So just press R3 again to like make sure it load. Let me just turn off these now. Oops, there we go. So the maybe like the hardest thing is, well, it's like two things. It's like setting up the first jump and then landing on the lip of the second jump, like at the top of the pillar. So for the first jump, what I like to do is, as soon as I've turned here, I like to like go down early and then keep adjusting. Because if you try to like do it in a single dive, you'll have to be like very precise. Whereas if you start adjusting from early, you have like a lot more time to like adjust it. There's two ways to adjust. You can either like hold forward or like not exactly forward. You can like hold like midway and stuff. You'll get like slightly different one. And also if you stop holding R1, you'll also dive more. But I'd suggest not doing that on the first jump, because it can be pretty hard to like recover from like diving that much. So I dive early and then okay, we made it, boys. Okay, and see I can like load while it's in the cutscene. So that's the first jump. So I dive early. I try to aim for the tip. Like it's what you really don't want to do is hit this wall here. So you really want to like hit the tip. And something you have to know is that like you have the zoomer. See, beautiful zoomer. That looks more like a bomb. But the hitbox of the zoomer is not like you might like think, oh, the hitbox is like here, right? But no, the zoomer hitbox is like a sphere here, and like a sphere here. It's a bit like Jack. I can actually show these. If I do collision mark, yep, there you go. See, there's like 3 spheres here. That's the collision of the zoomer. So it goes a lot lower than the zoomer itself, which means when you go up here, the zoomer might look like it's clearing it. Like it might seem like the zoomer is like, oh, it's like barely above, but the hitbox is like right under it, right? And so the hitbox might like collide. I don't know if bent was the best way to do this. The hitbox might collide with the wall here and you'll bonk. So you really want to try avoid that wall, and like you can aim for the tip. And if you're diving down with like, you see like how far these hitbox go down, like how big they are, it's pretty hard to miss. Okay, so that's why I aim for the tip and I only go back if I'm when I hit the gem. Okay, so that's the first gem. The second gem, so after I hit the first gem, I hold back on the left stick to like go straight. I'll try to like see if I can like pause in between, but it's kind of hard to like do this at the same time. I'm not like, I should probably like play a video and then pause on that. So yeah, I'll back, but see that, so that's, even myself sometimes I make that mistake. It's like I try to anticipate breaking the gem there instead of reacting to it, and you see like how quickly I go straight and then I dodge the first gem, which is not what you want to do. I'm making mistakes on purpose just to show. Like I would never make mistake on this, obviously. Everybody know I'm a pro gamer. Okay. Dodge the trigger. Okay, so you want to land on the lip there, but you saw I didn't like land on the lip. I was too low after like holding back after the gem. I was like I reacted a bit late on the breaking of the gem, so I was like a bit low. That can happen with the reaction, which is pretty rare in my opinion. But when you land like around here, if you see you're too low to land on the lip, you can like turn early, and sometimes you'll have enough like speed and height to like hit the last gem. But usually you won't, but I mean you might as well try to like save it in that case. Okay, you want to land on the lip. I try to like do one without like talking, because focusing on this and explaining at the same time is a bit harder. But like try to like see like the line I take from the first gem into the second one on where I land. Okay. Okay, so you see I like hold back to have enough height to land on the lip, and then if I'm too high, I can like dive back down onto the lip, or sometimes I even like stop holding R1 to like dive even more. Like if I'm like just above the lip, and I might like miss it by just holding forward, I will stop holding R1. That way I can like dive faster and then land on the lip. And when you don't land on the lip, I like to press R1 again to like get a jump on those. It might not be needed. You might like just ramp off those when you have like super blue eco. But if with the jump, I make sure I have a lot of height, because you have like a lot of forward momentum when you do this. You're like moving this way. So by jumping, I go like high enough that I can like turn around, and then you just aim straight for this one. You just like go in the middle of this one like that, because that one you don't need to land on the lip and stuff. So that one should be like relatively easy to get most of the time. one more time for good luck. Oh, okay, that was bad on the last random, but the first two gem were pretty nice there. If you look at the controller cam there, I also like, again, I like stopped holding R1 to like make sure I land on the thing. Yeah, but if you like don't make that and you like go beyond, it's over. So those are like the two hard parts. It's like hitting the first gem and being high enough after and landing on the lip here. I know I missed after, but yeah. Let's do it one more time, because I failed the previous attempt. So. But yeah, with this, it might not be like look super consistent because I'm explaining stuff and it's kind of hard to like focus on it at the same time. But usually I can get this like multiple times in a row. Like I've gotten like 5 times in a row, like multiple times, like 3 times by now. So there we go. Right, and the last thing to note is that the direction you have on the position after you kill the gem will be the same. So if you can turn a bit to the left, it's like maybe a bit advantageous, because then you like already like facing kind of this way, and you can like turn and then zoom into the cell here. Just make sure you don't hold X before you like see how you've landed, like rotate before. But yeah, a small thing for like actual runs too is that this state, if you want like be safe, when you try it for the first time, if you do the route where you do a bus skip, if you do bus skip after before, I mean, if you do like bus skip and then finish on the valley, you'll have to 100% make sure you like skip that low trigger I show, and just make like a safe like around here, because if you hit a gem and then die, you'll have to like get the cell and then go up to the boss and start the boss at least once. But if you save here, if I do a save here, then I'll be able to load. You just have to make sure you've gone past the first trigger, which is I'll display it again. It's like this this big one here. So as long as you're like after this, you can like make a save. Yep, that's about it. There we go. I think that covered most of it, but yeah. Good luck.